Let me get adjusted a little bit. How are you?
I'm doing good. Whew, rushed home and got myself settled. It's been a long day, but I'm good.
Oh
Day
my
before
gosh.
Founders Day is always a good day.
Yes, yes. How are you feeling? I know this week has been like a lot, but how are you feeling knowing that this will be your 20th Founders Day or your 21st Founders Day? Because it depends on.
This will be my 21st Founders Day. So I crossed February 25th. So I just missed Founders Day. So
I love it.
yeah.
And welcome to everyone who is joining. Please let us know what school you rep. And if you are a soror, please let us know what chapter you rep, like where were you initiated. So we'll just jump into introductions. For those of you who are joining this live for the first time, I'm Liz Renee, and I am the founder of Pull-Up Card Game, which is a Black collegiate drinking card game that will give you nostalgia and make you pull up. I rep the University of Georgia. Go Dogs. We just won the National Football Championship when people thought we would not. And yes, I was initiated into the Zeta Psi chapter of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated. I'm back at the line, number 33. And my line name is The Vow, which stands for the Vision of Wisdom.
Oh, okay.
So Lynn, I'm gonna turn it over to you to, introduce yourself, talk about, I know a little bit because we connected, but your chapter, line name, all that good stuff.
Okay, thank you. And thank you again for having me on. I'm so happy to have connected with you and met you through Instagram. People always talk about social media and the bad parts of social media, but this is definitely one of the good parts, to be able to connect with sorors that you would have never connected with otherwise. So thank you again for having me on. My name is Lynn LaRose, and I was initiated in spring 2000. I'm about to celebrate my 22nd Deltaversary on February 25th. I am the number 4. If any 4s are in the house, I represent the front of the line. And at Florida State University, Kappa Epsilon chapter. And we used to be great at football, but not so much anymore. Not so much. And I am the creator of Code Red. Yes, I love to see it. I still get so excited when I see other people with Code Red. But I also have my cards. Yes.
I love it.
So, what else? Oh, so I don't have a line name, or our line names aren't public, I guess. Gotcha. So, yeah. And I've been called a lot of different things, but in the chapter, I'm known as Penny.
Gotcha.
I play on Lenny Penny, and then they dropped the Lenny and just kept the Penny. So
I love it. Okay, so this is going to be interesting because we're on Instagram Live, and we're not here to share any secrets. If you're not a soror, you will not be privy to that information.
Right.
So let me know if it's like, nah, I can't share that. But is that an FSU tradition?
It is a FSU tradition. That as far back as I've known, that we don't share our official line name. I mean, some people have names on their jackets and things like that, but it's not your official line name.
Gotcha. Yeah. There's a line name that all y'all know, and then
Exactly.
Okay. And I'm seeing that we have some sorors in the chat. You got your chapter you have your line sister here. So we have T Bowling, Florida State, spring 2000, number 7.
Yeah.
We have soror Eleanor Killings, BCU Delta Alpha, fall 79, number 21.
Yes.
I love it. Continue to let us know what chapter you are representing. I love to see it. So Lynn, now we can get a little bit into, well, actually, before we get into talking about Code Red and how it came to be, we're not going to be drinking tonight as we prepare for Founders Day. We don't drink in our letters. But if you were to be drinking, like, what is your typical drink of choice?
So I used to be a heavyweight in college, but I lost all of that. So now I'm a super lightweight. and I can't have more than 2 drinks if I want to be able to be functional. But my drink of choice now is Tito's. So anything with Tito's, usually cranberry or whatever with Tito's. But after 2, that's it. It's a wrap. I definitely can't do shots and things like that anymore. That's like completely out the window. I used to really enjoy Hennessy straight, but now I can't. It's not, yeah.
Oh my gosh. I'm laughing at that because you probably noticed, but on the back of the card game, it says lightweights beware.
Yes. And so I read that. And when I was looking through these cards, I was like, oh my gosh, I would have to drink so many times because there's so much stuff that I've done that I would definitely be drinking it up, pouring it up.
Well, yes, you know, pull up, sip, whatever you need to do to make it the game, and pull up responsibly always. T-Bowling is saying Remy is their choice.
Yes.
We have some more sorors. Spring 17, Okinawa, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. Alumni chapter, ACE. Okay.
Okay. ACE.
Spring 17, K Nicole, hello. And we have a number. Okay, number 33, Spring 19, DCP Alumni chapter. Welcome, y'all.
And see, that's so funny because in the South, and I'm sure University of Georgia's in the South too, but in Florida, we say ism, not number. So when I created the game, I picked up on that after talking to sorors, like through Zoom or whatever, all the different kind of like regional stuff that people say or stuff by state, because we say ism.
And I think I remember seeing that on your live when I joined it as well. And it's so funny because you would think, like you said, Southern region, Florida and Georgia are states that touch, but the traditions are still like ever so slightly different.
And it wasn't until I got on a Zoom call with other sorors that I even heard a number. I've never heard of that before. And they said the same thing about ism. They'd never heard of ism before.
Same here. Hey, Spring 21, Delta Kappa Trey.
My college roommate is here. Hey, Bianca.
Hey. And Black Girls Love Starbucks, thank you for joining. I tuned into their live yesterday while they were like showing us all the goodies on their cart. So I'm not drinking, I'm drinking water right now, but if I were drinking, it's definitely nowadays has to be something Black owned. And when I was watching the game on Monday, I had a bourbon smash with made with Uncle Nearest whiskey. And that is actually owned by a Black alumna of the University of Alabama. So kind of ironic. I made it with a Bama alum's drink, but you know, still a Black woman, so gotta support.
Right.
Yes. Okay, so now we can get into kind of like talking about how you came up with the concept for Code Red. I know that, like, of course, your experience in Delta inspired the game, but can you talk a little bit about like how did you even come up with the concept?
Absolutely. So I am an event planner, kind of creative by trade. And so I planned a lot of baby showers and bridal showers, and I love the game Taboo. So for these bridal showers and baby showers, I created my own version of Taboo, but for a baby shower or for a bridal shower. So that's how this whole game thing kind of started. And then one day I was like, if I'm doing bridal showers and baby showers, why not do one for Delta? Because that just seems like the perfect mix. Like, Delta has influenced so many different parts of my life, and from the people that I'm connected with, from all the different connections that I have within the sorority. So I thought that would be an ideal match to match the whole creating a game with Delta. So that's how it came about. And that was in 2017, but I didn't move on it. You know, sometimes you get an idea and you just kind of sit on it because you're busy with whatever reason that you get sidetracked. So eventually in 2019, I wasn't working, and then I put all of my focus into bringing this game to life.
Oh my gosh. And so, like, going from concept back in 2017, and then it's like, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and make the game? Like, what was the catalyst for that, from going from an idea to let's go ahead and do it? And then, like, what was that process like to physically make a game?
So I love to write things down. I have like 50 notebooks of just different thoughts and ideas. So I came across the notebook that I wrote down the game in, and I was like trying to figure out what my next move was, because it was unexpected that I lost my job. So I was like, okay, what's next? Let me figure out what I can do for me. That was it was a traumatizing experience, and I never wanted to let someone have that much power over me again. So I was like, if I create something for myself, nobody can take it away from me. So I came across the notebook, and then I was like, I'm just going to get started. So one of my line sisters, Latora, she's always been so this is one thing, is that I have a great support system between my line sisters. You know, some people complain about their people not supporting them. I can't relate to that whatsoever, because my internal support system has been phenomenal from day one. So once I told her that this is what I wanted to do, in a random conversation, I started a Google Docs and just started jotting down every word that I could think of that was related to Delta, and then started filling in like the words that you couldn't say and whatever. And so that may have taken about a month or so once I really got serious about getting it done. And then I found somebody. Well, I went through like 3 or 4 people to bring the design to life. Some people, I mean, it was terrible. I'm like, did you listen to anything that I said about how I wanted this package to be designed? So finally came across someone who was able to put my ideas on paper, basically. And then just through a Google search, I found the company that could produce a board game style that I wanted, and sent them the information, and I got it back, and I was like overjoyed. I remember sharing the picture with like all of my close friends, like, oh my gosh, it's finally here. It's finally here. It was like an amazing day. And then as soon as that happened, I had been researching how to become a vendor, an official vendor through Delta. And I sent them my information. That process kind of took a little longer than what I would hope that it would take. But I mean, through the entire process, I was able to just move from one thing to the next without any major roadblocks.
And one thing that you said really struck me is like having the support system. And I think what is unique about being a part of an organization, depending on the organization you join, I know not all organizations are like this, but specifically in Delta, it is about the sisterhood. And I feel the same way when it came to my card game. I remember I had an idea for my launch. And so I told my line sisters before the launch, I was like, look, hey y'all, I have some news. I started a card game. Would love for you all to help me with promotion the day of the launch, but don't tell anyone until that day. And then, I'm 33 out of 35. So the group think, people started to see the postings the day of from like basically 30 people from UGA. And eventually, it just trickled down. And by the first day of my launch, I had like 200 followers.
Oh,
just
wow.
Off of like the network of Delta, and then just the spreading of the word. So yes, the sisterhood is real. And I know not everyone in every organization can say that.
No, it's so true. I mean, even when I started this Instagram page and just put, I think I started the countdown from 4, of course, because I'm the number 4. And so many people that I knew, or friends of friends, or sorors of sorors, they just automatically started following and sharing it. They didn't even know what it was, because at that point, I think I had a focus group of people and maybe like 5 or 6 other people that I told about it. And so by the day that I launched, I was able to, of course I didn't sell out, but it was a very good first day. So, and then since then I've met people who are like, oh, I played it. And like I was telling you before, they tell me stories about how they had so much fun. I get these videos. It's just, the support has been amazing from the first day. So we're about to go into our 2nd year, and it's been phenomenal. I can't complain.
What is one, either like a chapter that's played your game, or like just a location where you got an order and you were like, wow, I cannot believe my game has reached this far, because Delta is international. So
Yes, yes. So we're almost in all 50 states.
yeah.
So I think that we're 6 or 7 states short of being in all 50 states. We're in the Virgin Islands. We've had sorors who are in the military who've ordered, so it's overseas. One of my profiles sent me a screenshot of she's in South Korea now, and she sent me a screenshot of somebody saying, oh, I have code red and we can probably play that. And she was like, girl, you're international. And I was like, this is just like amazing. So that was one place that I was shocked for the game to be played in South Korea. We're in Hawaii, like just all over. So it's just been amazing.
Oh my gosh. And so one thing that you probably get from other people, because this is very unique in that, like, there's no other, D9 organizations that have a game like this. So do you ever get questions about like, oh, I'm an alpha, when you gonna make code gold? I don't know.
Right.
Do you ever get those questions, and are you planning to do expansion packs?
So yes, we get those questions all the time. And thank you, Bianca. Sorry, I'm reading my little go over me. We get those kind of questions all the time. So now that we're going into the second year, I feel a lot more comfortable. Like the game kind of sells itself at this point. I've gotten into a routine. That's one thing that I had to learn really quickly, was the benefit of having like a content calendar. Because if not, then it would be all over the place trying to figure out what to post, what to say. So now that I'm kind of in my groove, I'm thinking about the next step of adding another organization to the Code Red family.
What would determine like the next organization? Is it going to be based on like your personal preference? Is it going to be based on like, the people who are closest to you? Like, how will you determine which organization will be next?
So a couple of things, because of course with Delta, it was like second nature to come up with words and things that we say and whatever. So I have already started with one organization that I'll just hold off on before I make that announcement or that commitment to it. But I want to be able to get to know the organizations, like the difference between saying ism and number. Like, I want to know those kind of things that exist in other organizations. Because I want to make sure that it's as genuine and authentic as possible, even though I'm not a member of the organization. Also, another thing on the business side of it that plays a big part into which one comes next is their national headquarters. Like how difficult or easy it is for me to be able to work with them, because I want to make sure that we do it the right way by being a certified vendor. And, I don't want any issues. I want us to be above board on everything that we do.
No, definitely. That makes sense. It's like you can have the idea, but to your point, like just like you had to do with Delta, there are certain things that you need to go through to make sure you're, in alignment with headquarters and
exactly,
and all of those things. And
exactly.
So it for Delta, but then who knows what the process is going to be like with national headquarters for other organizations.
Exactly.
Yeah. So I had a question that I wanted to ask you. Okay. So given like all that you've shared with us throughout your journey, approaching year 2, what is one success that you would like to pull up to when it comes to Code Red? If you had to choose just one success, what would that be?
So, so one of my friends, one day I was kind of like, I wasn't down, but I was just like, as an entrepreneur, when you think that you're not selling enough games or, doing enough, I was just kind of like, and she was like, oh, so, how's it going with Code Red? And I was like, oh, it's going okay. It's not going that great. And she was like, well, how many games? Oh, I'm sorry. Hold on one second. My sons are coming inside. One second.
No problem. No problem. While we wait for Lynn to come back, I'm going to do a quick little roll call to see who's joined us. So, hey, Taylor Harrison. Hey, RJ. Dr. Tiffany C. Hill Howard. Hello, hello.
Hey, boo, hey.
Hey, Takesha. Donna, financial CPR Maven. Hey, Bianca, Yvette, RN. Hey, Eleanor. Hey, Tanisha. I always like to, before we get too deep, to just thank you all for taking your time out on a Wednesday to, tune in with the both of us.
I'm so sorry about that.
Oh, no problem.
So, so she asked me how many games did I sell? And I said, oh, I think this week I might have sold like 5 games. And she was like, Lynn, we're in the middle of a pandemic. If you sold 1 game during the middle of a pandemic, that's something to be happy about. So I want to pull up for being able to sell games in the middle of a pandemic, where this is a game that's supposed to be played in person, but people are taking advantage and being able to play it online and find creative ways, play it in the park and things like that. So that's what I want to pull it up for.
Yes. We'll do a, pull up later.
Yes.
To that. Oh, and everyone's saying happy early Founders Day
Yes.
in the chat. Thank you, Sorors. Hey, Bianca. Beta Alpha chapter, FAMU, spring 2000, number 31. Shout out to the 30s.
I know, 30s showing up.
I never see this many 30s in one place. Oh my goodness. I love it. I love it. So before we're gonna get ready to play a few rounds of Code Red, but I just want to ask you a nostalgic question. Like, if you could go back to your probate, and let's say like the probate just ended, like, describe that feeling.
Oh my gosh. So some of the people on here were at my
Oh, you just went out a little bit on my end. Can you still hear me, Lynn? Okay, you went out, but I think we can hear you again.
Okay. I'm sorry. But that feeling was like, so it was to see the support that I got from my friends who came out, from my special, no sound still, or can you hear me?
No, we can hear you.
Okay, I'm sorry. Maybe I'm seeing these messages late. From my friends and my family who were there to support. It was like an overwhelming feeling, but also I was happy that it was over so that people can know that I was a Delta. So yeah, it was a great feeling that I don't think that I'll ever forget. Like, being exhausted from all the adrenaline from our probate show, and just, a lot of support and people that I didn't even know bring me gifts. Like, oh, this is like an amazing experience. So
agreed. For me, spring 13, so next year will be 10 years for me. And yeah, after the probate, just like overwhelmed with like excitement, especially being embraced by all your prophytes that up until this point, you have a certain perception of your prophytes.
Absolutely.
So it's like, oh, thanks.
You like me.
Love. You like me. You really like me.
Right.
And just like a sense of pride, like knowing that we had not only done this collectively, and gone through this, but like we made our prophytes proud. Like, we did that because we would have known if it had not been the case. We would have known. So like, not only being happy to know like we've made it, but like we did that. Like that we did it. And seeing my family there, like my nephew, my cousin, my family. I'm first generation like college student, so therefore like no legacies in my family. So you can't tell them too much, but I was like, just this is what you should buy me.
Right. Same here. I'm first generation college student, first person to ever pledge. They had no idea about any of this kind of stuff. They're like, what is this? Yeah.
Oh my goodness. So with that being said, I think it's only fair that we go ahead and play a few rounds of Code Red. For those who are unsure of how to play, for those who, when they play a game, they don't read the directions, how would you describe how to play this game?
So I would describe this as the better version of Taboo, because everything about Delta is better. So if you've ever played Taboo before, you'll figure out how to play this game. And for me, it's really just about being able to like bond with your sorors in a fun kind of way, in a competitive way that sometimes might get a little testy because we are super competitive, but like in a fun way though.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And I'm excited to play it virtually because, you know, many of us tomorrow are going to be celebrating Founders Day virtually. Mm-hmm. I'm going to be playing this with my coworkers who are sorors. Tomorrow we're going to do like a little virtual happy hour. So everyone can get a feel for how to play the game virtually if they do that tomorrow.
Okay. So when I play this on, how do you want to play this?
No. I defer to you.
Okay. So in the comments, you can also I might see your response a little bit late because it seems like I'm a little behind with the comments, but Liz can probably we'll see them real time. So you want to give the clues or you want me to give the clues?
We can go back and forth.
Okay. Because the last time I gave the clues when I was on live, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm rusty and dusty. I'm doing terrible.
No, it's okay. I might have to, you know, my clues might not just be Delta clues. My clues might be like, I just want you to get it. Okay?
By any means necessary. Hey, Moni, my other line sister on here. My special is here. See, this is what I'm talking about, the support. Like, my people show up.
I love it. Hey, sorors. So yes, please feel free to play along in the chat as we are sharing clues. If you feel like you got it, go ahead and comment it. And if we are a little bit delayed, I think Instagram Live just has a little bit of a delay with the comments, but don't worry, we will see your answer when it comes through. So first, I'm just going to show you this game comes in this nice box that, you know, you can display with all of your Delta paraphernalia. Mm-hmm. It comes with a score pad and 250 cards. So the first edition, so this is actually the second edition. The first edition came with 125, and so we doubled it because we want to double the fund. So now it has 250, and the games will be available by the end of the month, just as a FYI. They're sold out right now, but they'll be available by the end of the month. And it comes also with a sand timer and the instruction booklet as well. So we made sure we provided everything for you. So that the only thing you have to grab is a pen or a pencil to get the job done. Okay. Yes, I love it. So, okay, so I'm gonna try to give the clues. And as the creator, it's funny because I wanted to make this where people couldn't guess the word too easily. And on some of these, like, we really did a number on it because I was like, gosh, you can't say anything at all. So and also I want to give a shout out. So my Code Red ambassadors who helped with this game. This wasn't just something that I did by myself. This was actually a collective kind of thing. One of my line sisters came up with a name when I had to change the name, and it's been like a group kind of effort from the beginning. So absolutely, just want to give them a shout out for that. Yes. So Lynn, how about like you do 3 cards, I do 3 cards, and depending on how quick we go, we can, do another round or 2. Once again, please feel free to play along in the comments. And the thing that I love about your game is it's not trivia. Like, okay, let us know who the 11th founder is. Go. Yeah. It's like taboo. So if you don't get the answer wrong, you could blame it on, I couldn't say all the other words. Right. So just the rules, I'm just going to go over them really quick. So this, as an example, so this is the card, the top Christian principles. You're going to try to get your team, oh, my nail look bad. You're going to try to get your team to guess Christian principles without saying the words that are listed below. So if Liz says, if one of my clues leads her to say values, then I can start to say values and help her to figure out what the clue is. I can't say stuff like if it's found, I can't say rhymes with sound. Okay. You can't do that kind of thing. So you really have to try to use your words to figure out what these clues are. Okay, you can't say rhymes with, and you can't say like two words or starts with a letter so and so?
No.
Okay.
No.
Just like Uno, you always got to clarify.
Yes, because the rules are the rules. And listen, Soros will stop the game in the middle to say, no, you said that and it's on there. Yeah, and they want to rewind the tape. They want to do all of that. So, hey, Precious. Yeah, so I'm going to get started.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to turn the timer over and I'll just let you guys know when it expires.
Okay.
Okay, so this is what we were just talking about, but this is the updated word for this. This is what I said I did on February 25th. And
initiated.
No, when I was like, I was happy to see my family, probate, but what's the new word for probate? We don't use probate anymore. It's a new term.
We don't?
Yeah, we don't use that anymore.
Okay.
That's not sanctioned anymore. So it's a probate, but it's the new word.
Introduction, crossed?
No, okay, I'm gonna skip it. I'm gonna go to
induction.
the next one.
No. What was it?
Okay, I'm gonna tell you at the end. Okay, so this is this is the amount of people.
Initiate presentation. Sorry.
Okay, so okay, so this is every 1%.
Oh, your sound went out.
And this person. Okay,
we can hear it
now.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Okay, so this is the person. Every one of these areas has this person. This person is responsible for these areas. Like we talked about in the South, we have this person. And usually they're the ones who approve lines. They approve lines. It's a role that is outside of the from national headquarters. It's a role.
Regional director.
Yes, regional director. Thank you.
Okay, Charm Life got that one.
Yes. Okay. So this is when we're in these different events where we have to wear specific colors. Mm-hmm. We use this to show us the book that we're looking at.
Okay, you want me to say the book?
No. Oh. This is what we use to be able to see the words in the book that we look at.
What we use to be able to see the words in the book that we look at.
Yes.
Glasses.
No, so it illuminates.
Oh, a candle.
Okay, but it's a personal thing that you can carry with you to illuminate your book.
Pen, flashlight, phone.
Pen light.
Pen light.
Okay. So we ran out of time a long time ago, but I just wanted to get through the 3. So if we were really playing, then we might have only got through one or two.
Okay.
So
I love it. People are getting it in the answers.
I know.
In the chat too.
Come through with the code red clues in the chat.
Okay, so let me know whenever you're ready.
Okay, I'm ready.
Okay, so one of the 22 was someone who you might see on television, and I can't say how many words are in their name. Not in the beginning and not at the end of one of the 22 who launched. I'm trying to think. Yes, okay, so someone said founders. Yes, one of the founders.
Okay.
Also was an educator.
Oh my gosh.
And I'm trying to see another way to say. Okay, so Ruby D was married to Asi, is the last name.
What's his name? Oh my gosh! Like I'm really drawing a blank. You could pass though.
Okay, pass.
Pass.
Oh. Okay, this one should be a little bit easier. This is another way of saying that an organization has a vision. It's also called a
A mission.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Hey.
Woo, okay. I'm doing a little better. So earlier I said that I represent back of the
line.
Yes. So this is not front of the line or back of the line.
Middle of the line.
Yes. Okay. So in Delta, you might look to someone for feedback on what to do, like how to be better, and what might you call that person?
A mentor, advisor. Oh,
yes, mentor. Okay.
So you're out of time.
Okay, that first one was horrible, but I picked it
up.
What
was the first one? What was it?
Oh, the first one, it was Myra Davis Hemmings.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
All right. So I'll do one more round.
Okay. And are these in alphabetical order?
So they are when you first get it. So
gotcha.
You have to, that's another thing. Shuffle your cards.
Okay.
Shuffle your cards.
Okay.
So we had that where the cards were in alphabetical order, and somebody was able to guess the next one, and it caused the biggest uproar. They were like, "No!" And it was like a whole to do because, yeah. Okay, you ready?
Yes.
Okay. So this is what we are all expected to do. When you join Delta, you're making a
commitment,
but what kind of commitment?
Lifelong commitment.
Lifetime
commitment.
Okay, yes. Okay, so okay. So this is so we just talked about this. Since we're first generation college students, we are not
legacy.
Yes. Okay. So let's see. This is what we're going to be celebrating. So this is the month and the day that we're celebrating tomorrow.
January 13th.
And in what year?
1913.
Yes. Okay. So this is let me see. Okay. Okay. So it's part of this thing that we say. It is the
all of my love.
Torch of wisdom.
Wisdom. Oh, wait, it is the torch
of wisdom? It is the torch of wisdom.
Blank is the torch of wisdom.
I know I'm breaking some of my own rules, but I'm just saying this is.
I'm trying to see if I'm waiting for the. Someone said all of my love, but no, I said that
no.
Earlier.
So like another word for smart.
Wait. Intelligence is the torch of wisdom, Lord Jesus.
And I'm
my gosh.
On the last one, these are the magnificent women. Oh shoot. Okay, so I said women, so I got it wrong, but it was founders.
So. Okay. Let's see. I went brain dead on that one. I was like,
no, really, it'll be like, dang, did I actually learn anything?
That was not the one to get wrong. Oh my gosh. Okay, I want to do one more round. And then we will play a few cards from POA.
Yes.
And the sorors in the comments are killing it.
They are. They're doing good. No, bring me your charger because I need a long charger, please. My sons don't ever like to let me use their charger as if their phones are more important than my phone.
Ooh. Okay. I feel like I keep getting the ones with the founders.
Yeah. So that was an add-on for the for the 125 that we added.
Mm-hmm.
We wanted to make sure we upped our level of difficulty as well.
Okay. Ready whenever you are.
Okay, hold on one second. No, I got it, son. Thank you. I know, but you're in the way, son. Okay, I'm ready, and you can go.
Okay, so this is someone who is a vocalist, and they are a famous celebrity who's also a member of our sorority.
Aretha Franklin?
No, not Aretha Franklin, but in that era. And their last name might remind you of the type of love we have with Omegas. So their last name, the type of love we might. So yeah, Cole is the last name.
Natalie Cole.
Yes. All righty. So, at a high level, not headquarters, but there are basically people who advise what it is that Delta needs to do on a high level, like all across the country. What would you call this group of people?
Executive committee?
Yes, National Executive Committee.
Hey, I'm proud of myself.
Oh no, I got a card that we got earlier. Okay, this is someone who uses the pen to convey beautiful words, and they are also a celebrity member of our sorority. Some people might compare this person to a Maya Angelou.
Oh, Nikki Giovanni.
Yes. Am I out of time?
Yes, you're out of time.
You get really. I know I always am out of time.
I let you just finish that last one, but you're out of time.
I love it, y'all. This is so much fun. Can you remind us of when the cards will be available if we have sorors that do not yet have this game?
Yes. So by the end of the month, we should be fully restocked. And right now, the only things that we have on the website are Code Red shirts and the expansion pack. But if you don't already have the game, the first edition that only came with 125 cards, you don't want to buy the expansion pack because you'll have duplicate cards. Those same 125 cards are going to be in the full Code Red game when they're restocked.
Yeah.
So,
okay.
And the website is www.codered1913.com, or it's in my bio, whichever one.
Yes, hopefully folks are, following. And thank you all who are following Code Red, who are currently following me. I'm seeing the little notifications come through. So I love the sisterhood, like we were talking about earlier.
Yes.
So for those of you who are joining, if you have a drink at home, you could feel free to grab it. And the way I like to explain PO-UP is, you pull a card, you read what it says, and you either have to answer the question or do something. And if you mess up or if you refuse or anything like that, it's going to let you know if you have to PO-UP or not. There are different categories. So some are messy. Some are about, the times we used to be college broke. Some are Black School Pride. Most of my Greek specific questions are in the Black School Pride section, but in the future, I might try to have either an expansion pack for NPHC Divine 9 or at least maybe a category dedicated to Divine 9. But, wanted to be inclusive of everyone. All right. So, and I know you have your cards as well, so we can go back and forth where I can pull the cards. Perfect. So question for you, Lynn. And folks in the chat, feel free to chime in. PO-UP after sharing your most memorable drunken moment. So first you have to share that moment, and then hypothetically speaking, you would PO-UP.
Okay, so my most drunken moment was, so my college days are like back in the early 2000s. We used to hang out, and I'm from Miami. So when I used to come home, we used to hang out on South Beach. And so I went to the club with some of my friends, and this guy bought us a drink, and he said, "Oh, just put it on my tab. My name is Mark." So for the rest of the night, me and my friends put it on Mark's tab for the rest of the night. So every drink that we had, we put it on his tab. So much so that by the time I got in the car and we were on our way back home, crossing over the bridge. I don't know if anybody's familiar with South Florida. To get back to 95, I had my head out the window with my lips flapping in the wind because I was throwing up out the window. So thanks to Mark, I had the biggest hangover the next day, and I couldn't move like until 8 o'clock that night. That's how many drinks we put on Mark's tab that night.
Whoo! Oh my goodness!
And never again.
Please no. It reminds me of a time where my line sister Cam, so she's number 32. It was her 21st birthday, and I had a dumb idea. I know it's dumb now, but I thought it was brilliant. I said, "Oh, you're turning 21. You should take 21 shots throughout the night." We're back in the line, so I guess we can hold a little more liquor. But she did first of all, she didn't make it to 21, thankfully. But
Right.
I'm not gonna tell too much of her story, but yeah, it was
There
quite
is
the night.
no way. 21 shots. I couldn't make it past 3.
No, I do not. We do not endorse this message. No one should ever do that, ever. I don't care how much you weigh, man, woman, non-binary. Nobody should do it.
And don't put it on Mark's tab.
Oh, Mark. You know, South Beach people be having the money, so.
Yes.
Okay, so you could pull the next card since we both have the decks.
Okay. So should I use, should I ask the questions or the?
What is,
okay, no, never mind. I see. Okay. So, no.
And also similar to Lynn's game, when you get our cards, they're going to be organized by category. So always feel free to shuffle them up so you can switch up the types of questions that you get.
Yes. Let me shuffle these up. Sorry.
No, it's all good. People are saying Poe Mark in the comments.
Poor Mark.
No, man. Oh, Mark. JSU alumni, hey. Live in L Shop just joined.
So what school has the most obnoxious alumni?
Okay. So I know the answer that you want me to say. I know it because every time I ask this question when I'm at little markets and vendor events, they say the same thing. However, I'm going to switch it up. And I'm actually going to say the most obnoxious alumni are Alabama alumni. Because not only are their alumni annoying, are just people who don't even claim the school, live in the state of Alabama, rep them so hard because they win football games until Monday.
Right.
And it's just very annoying. And, you know, they have Roll Tide, Crimson Tide, like, you know, what is it really? And you would think because we're Deltas and they got the elephant and the crimson but no, they just, they're unbearable. They're insufferable. So that's going to be my answer, even though people are saying in the comments, Howard, which Howard.
I knew that she would say Howard in the comments. Her husband is a Howard alum, so I guess she knows firsthand.
Okay. Pull up if it took you more than 4 years to graduate.
Well, I would be pulling up because I was a super senior. I had such a good time in college that I didn't want to leave. I had to change my major, so that put me back a year. So I was supposed to graduate in 2002, and I ended up graduating in 2003.
Hey, nothing wrong with that. Me too. Yeah. 4.5 years for me. When I first got into college, I thought I wanted to be an orthodontist. But then I was like, my first year, I was like, I'm just going to take classes that sound interesting to me. So I'm going to take cultural geography and women's studies or whatever. And then by my sophomore year, my advisor was like, so what do you want to do? And I was like, what you mean? Like, she's like, yeah, you want to be an orthodontist, you got to take these science classes. And I was like, oh no. So I was undecided for a little while. Then I was doing poli-sci until I was like, why am I taking political science at the University of Georgia? These professors are all leaning one type of way.
Okay.
So I was just cycling through the majors, and I finally ended up choosing 2 majors, which took me a little longer to graduate.
Yeah, I was a marketing major, and then I ran across managerial accounting or something like that. And I was like, okay, so I'm no longer a marketing major. I enjoyed my super senior year, so.
Same. And, you know, I crossed spring 13. So fortunately, I had a semester to enjoy online because I was the oldest on my line.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm the baby of the line, so.
Oh. Okay, so yeah, clearly you were having too much fun.
I was. I had way too much fun.
Lipstick by Imani said, me pouring up super, dropped out and went back years later. 2000 didn't finish until 2020. Shout out to you.
Exactly.
That is amazing. Not giving up. It's the persistence for me.
Exactly.
All right, so Lynn, you could pull the next card.
Okay, so share the top 3 spring break destinations.
Okay. So y'all let us know in the comments what you think about this one, but definitely Miami. And it's so wild to think about how far we used to drive to make it to Miami, because we weren't flying. We didn't have the
Right.
I would say Miami, Panama City Beach, and the other one is not really a destination, but alternative spring break was very popular for us, because I guess they would let you go somewhere for free even though you were doing volunteering. So for whatever reason, there used to be a wait list for alternative spring break at our school.
Yeah, I'm with you on Miami. It was Miami for me. I mean, being from here, it was like the natural thing to do is to come home and enjoy spring break in Miami. Freaknik. Oh yeah, you're showing your age with that one.
That's amazing though. I wish.
You wanted to go to Freaknik?
I mean, the way that older folks talk about it, older folks hype up everything that we don't have record of. So
on VHS and the little fun saver cameras taking pictures.
Oh, we have someone else that said Cancun. Ooh, I couldn't make it to Cancun in college. That would have been nice though. But I feel like one thing that have you ever been to like a BET Spring Bling or an MTV Spring Break? That's I used to see it on TV, but by the time I was in college, I don't think they were doing it anymore.
Yeah. So one year, because it was in Miami one year, so we just went to the beach. So super convenient.
Oh, that's prime location. So we'll do one more card. I think it's my turn.
It's your turn, yes.
Okay. Raise your cup if you earned a full ride scholarship to your college. Pull up to Black excellence. Yeah, I did not earn a full ride.
I can't do that. No.
But let us know in the chat if you did.
Who got a full ride? That's amazing.
Ooh, that is amazing. But wow, I can't believe like it's about to be 8 o'clock. I know people are watching Married at First Sight. This was so much fun. I'm glad my first time playing Code Red was with the creator, a fellow soror, the day before Founders Day. Like it doesn't get any better than that. And then I'm gonna play it tomorrow. I'm gonna try to capture some video footage.
Please
let you know how it goes.
Bright Futures. You got Bright Futures. Yeah.
Yes.
That counts.
Wait, what's Bright Futures?
So it's Florida's, if you have a certain GPA and certain test score, they pay for 75 or 100% of your tuition to a state school or to a school in Florida. So.
Gotcha. Okay. So for us, it was called Hope Scholarship. They paid for 100% of your tuition, but when we were in college, they scaled it back. So, but yeah, still, if you stayed in state, that was a perk. So yeah, between Pell Grant and then work study, I was still dumb and took out student loans.
Me too.
I didn't need, but,
Me too. You live and you learn.
Yeah, it's not as bad as it could be, thankfully, and hopefully Joe will come through.
Hello.
We're just waiting on it.
Go ahead and fulfill that campaign promise, please, sir.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, thank you. Happy early Founders Day. Thank you so much, sorors, in the chat.
Yes.
So Lynn, my last question for you is, as I told you earlier, and as I tell everyone on live, my hope is that when we do these lives together, following, like for those who are tuning in, following Lynn and Code Red, I hope that's a guarantee. Purchasing the game when they're in stock again at the end of the month, I hope that's a guarantee. But what is one way that we can support you that we might not always think about? Like sometimes we always think about the dollar amount or the follower count, but what's an intentional way that we can continue to support you so Code Red can grow and thrive?
Yes. So, I mean, word of mouth has been like an amazing tool that people have used to be able to share about Code Red. If you're playing it, taking a video and sending it to me, so that we could post it on our page, because it's one thing for me to say that the game is fun, but it's another thing for somebody else to say it's fun because then other people tend to believe them because they don't think that they're trying to sell anything to them. So being able to see those videos of you having fun with your sorors, your line sisters, or whatever, that is super helpful to us to be able to sell the game. And the free ways, sharing a post, liking, commenting, spreading the word to somebody who may not have the game, like that's invaluable for me.
No, I love it. Like, tomorrow is going to be a prime time, y'all. We want to make sure that Code Red has notifications after notifications because everyone's celebrating Founders Day, playing the game. And then, of course, we have probate season right around the corner.
Yes.
So time, you're restocked. It'll be a perfect, unique gift because, Neos are going to be excited regardless for whatever they get. But this is such a unique gift to give someone, and it's soror owned. So, and the Neos are really going to show out. They're going to want to know Delta everything, and they're going to be able to answer these quickly.
And the good thing about it, too, is that Neo can play with a Delta Deer. Like, you can go across any age group, and everybody can play together. And even when the person isn't getting the clues, it's still fun because it's just like spending time together in sisterly moments. So
agree. PWIs, don't be trying to use this to stress your Neos out, okay? Just let's enjoy ourselves. All right. I love it. Well, Lynn, I'm so looking forward to staying connected. I really appreciate you being open to connecting in this way and hopping on live together. And like we talked about before tonight, like I'm so excited to see more of your lives so you could play the game with other sorors around the world, celebrities. I cannot wait to see it. And then as people in the comments were saying, can't wait to see the organization you decide to feature in your expansion pack.
Yes. We'll get back on the live so I can let you guys know first.
Yes. All righty. Well, happy early Founders Day. Happy Wednesday. Sending you a whole bunch of positive vibes and positive energy.
Yes. And thank you again so much. You've been so gracious. This is a great idea. I love this game. I'm just thankful. Like, I love this connection. So thank you so much.
It's the sisterhood. You know? Intelligence is the torch of wisdom.
All right. You won't ever forget it. I bet you'll never forget it.
Never forget. No, watch. I'm going to get the card next time. Oh, what is the
Right. What am I supposed to say for this one?
All right. Have a good night.
Okay. Bye, sorors. Bye, family. Bye, friends.